Alrighty, so we got our first R-rated talking dog movie, and I am just waiting to see how many parents are going to take their kids to this movie. So Stray stars Will Ferrell as the happy-go-lucky Reggie. He thinks he has the perfect life, he has the perfect owner until he gets abandoned, and he meets a pack of strays in Jamie Foxx's Bug, Isla Fisher's Maggie, and Randall Park's Hunter. And after finding out the stone cold truth about Reggie's owner, he makes a plan for revenge. Now, I've been excited for this movie. I thought the trailer looked like it was going to be a lot of fun, and this is the first R-rated dog movie, and that was just going to get me into the door no matter what. I am a big dog person. Seeing a dog, that's going to get me into the auditorium. But my biggest fear for this movie was that we were going to be having a sausage party kind of situation. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I absolutely did not like Sausage Party the first time that I saw it. I thought the raunchiness and the swearing just felt a little bit forced, and it just felt like they were just throwing it in for trying to make it edgy, a little bit more raunchy. And so that was one of my biggest fears when it came down to this movie. My other fear was that we had seen all the funny parts in the trailers. I can confirm that we did not. We saw a majority of it, but we did not see a lot of the funny gags that they have in this movie. And this movie absolutely surprised me. Now, when the swearing does happen within the first 5 minutes of this film, it does get a little bit excessive. It does get a little bit hammered in. But once this film starts going and you get to know Bug, you get to know Maggie, you get to know Reggie, you get to know Hunter, then the movie absolutely sinks. I think everybody in this movie had a wonderful chemistry, and that's what makes this movie feel whole. They all have their own personalities, and what they did with Bug, I thought they did a wonderful job of giving us a tragic backstory, a tragic backstory that we've seen in a different film last year, but it was just very similar, and I thought it added a little bit of heart to the film, and I think that is what really surprised me about this movie is the fact that amongst a lot of the raunchy comedy, amongst a lot of the dick jokes, there is a heartfelt message about friendship and what it means to basically let go and be your own person, what it feels like to be off the leash per se. And I think that is what was hammered home pretty well. I thought it was handled with such grace. I think the chemistry between everybody was fantastic. I don't think they gave a lot of story to Maggie and Hunter. You get to know what they were and how they became strays. Like Maggie, she had an owner, but just like everybody, she wanted the new clean thing. Hunter was in the force, however, due to some things, he was not able to continue on, and so he was left abandoned. And I think they did a good job of giving those kind of backstories to those characters. But I think the one that they really gave a little bit more care to is Jamie Foxx's Bug, and Jamie Foxx is absolutely fantastic. Everybody in this movie is having a lot of fun, and they absolutely know it. And Jamie Foxx is no exception to that because every single thing that he was saying was making me laugh. I really love the way that these dogs were introduced and the way that they showed Reggie the ropes. And once we get to the plan and it goes into a homeward bound type of road trip kind of movie, that is where a lot of the shenanigans happens, and some of the humor is going to be hit and miss. If you did not like the trailers for this movie, you're not going to like this movie at all. So the humor in this movie, if dick jokes aren't for you, this movie is definitely not going to work for you. So I would suggest not going to the theaters and saving your money for Blue Beetle. But if you are a fan of dick jokes and the trailers worked for you, and Joyride, if you saw Joyride, because nobody did, but if you are the lucky people that did get to see Joyride and that kind of humor works for you, this is going to be a movie for you because it is raunchy, it is surprisingly funny, and there is a surprisingly good amount of heart, especially when it comes down to Bug and Reggie. So overall, I'm going to go ahead and give Strays 3 out of 5 dachshunds. But those are my thoughts on Strays. Are you guys planning on checking this film out, or are you just going to wait for it on streaming? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments below, and let me know what is your favorite kind of dog. or dog movie.